What's up, guys? Welcome to this week's official Punjabi chart show compiled by the official charts company. I'm not going to talk about anything else right now. I'm going to talk about today's guest. If you haven't seen pre-chart show, what are you guys doing? Come on, man. You need to check out pre-chart shows. But this name, he's not the prince anymore. He's the crown king himself. It's Jazzy B. I don't need to say anything else. That name is a heavyweight name itself. All right, welcome to the chart show, guys. Thank you so much for coming down, Jazzy. It's your first time here, so thank you so much. And Zeus, we've had you before, so welcome again. It was so much fun last time, so we're gonna have so much fun again. But guys, before we get into chart show, congratulations on being crowned king. It was a rave. It was an unreal performance. Obviously, you were there as well. You smashed it on stage, guys.
Thank you. It was an amazing night. Thank you, guys.
All right, the new song, guys, Real Talk. You've got 4 amazing people on it. Yourself, Zeus yourself, Lagat on vocals, and Beer Singh the lyrics. Tell us how this came about, this epic team, because you've just recently dropped the album and you're back again.
Actually, this song was when we were recording Born Ready. Zeus had this song for my album. But because I already had a song like that on my album, folk, Dulla, the Kisse, so Zeus said right away, he goes, you mind if I keep this song? I go, no, you go ahead. And he goes, I promise you I will release it when you are done with your album, which he did. So yeah, it's a great song, inspiring song for the youngsters. Obviously talk about our crown, the star, pag, turban. Veer Singh, he's amazing, right? Amazing writer, you know what I mean? Because all these other dancing songs, I'm not dissing no one, but meaningful songs, people expect that from me. Yeah. So it's like kind of like teaching the little kids out there, you know what I mean? Be proud of who you are. So I'm glad I got this song for myself.
Yeah, pretty much Jazzy said it all, that's how it came across. We had a selection of songs for Jazzy's album Born Ready, and it was a song that kind of like, there was a double kind of song, it was a similar type of song. And I says, Jazzy, do you mind if I keep this for my album? And he was like, as cool as houses, you know what I mean? So we're here today, with the release of the song, it's going fire at the moment, and we're hoping like you guys are loving the video and everything,
All right, you guys are known for your epic music videos. You're always out of the box, always doing something fresh and something different. How hard is it to plan these videos? Because even with the new song, you've gone out of the box again.
Yeah, I mean, this video, Zeus already had an idea. Ricky Mo Salah, we call him. He looks like him. It's all pretty much green screen. I've done green screen before. And about the green screen is you can't tell how it's going to turn out. So it's always like, is it going to look good? Is it going to look good? But I think the final result came up really good, you know what I mean? And every movement, all the looks of it and everything. So people are liking the video. I'm very happy with it.
Okay, what was the concept when you thought of it? Because Jazzy's giving you all the credit for this one.
It wasn't so much about the concept. It was more about the kind of equipment I want to use to shoot this video.
It was always about the arm.
Yeah, it was all about the motion control arm.
Yeah.
And I think we're probably one of the first Indian artists to use that motion control arm, because it's like stupidly expensive to hire for the day and stuff, and the whole production was kind of mad, But yeah, the video turned out amazing. And it was more about the technical equipment that we used, to be honest with you.
I love that. Before I let you go, Zeus, because you're running away from us again.
Yep.
Mitra De Boot, 10 years, monster anthem. Tell us about everything to do that song.
Well, the song itself says it all, doesn't it? Like the history it's created within the 10 years. Like, it's still, like 10 years later, it's still a major, fresh sounding song. It still bangs on every dance floor.
100%.
I know Jazzy sings it on every show. I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I remember Zeus. I was in India. He was involved with Amrinder Gill's one of the movies. Yeah. And this song, I think Amrinder picked or whatever. But I remember meeting him at the hotel. He's like, bro, I got this mad track for you. I got this mad track. Okay, let me hear. As soon as he goes, only you can sing it, right? Yeah. But it wasn't a duet though, right?
Yeah, it wasn't a duet.
It wasn't a duet. It was a single, right? But then we got the guy to write it. Then Bunty got involved. Bunty wrote the duet, and we got Corby on board. And the next thing we're shooting video, and the song is that, and people didn't expect that from him either, because his music is different. It was like kind of like folk
think-
touch to it,
Yep.
I think
right? With his swag on it.
Yeah,
You know what I
everybody
mean?
was dropping
Yeah.
hip hop beats.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
was trying to be hip hop, and we just
And
kind
he
of
was
we told
dropping the baja in there. You know what I mean? It's
Jam,
just-
we just killed it, kind of like
Yeah.
it's good times.
Yeah. So I'm really happy. Yeah, every wedding I perform, they actually have a dance off. I get them to do a
Oh,
dance off.
100%.
You know what I mean? I was suit भी सोने पा के आया, मैं तरह दे boot भी बहुत सोने हैं, and he goes crazy, man.
Love that. All right, Jazzy, we finally got you alone, so I have to ask this question. Let's debunk this theory, mystery, whatever you want to call it, this conspiracy that everyone's putting out there. There's something wrong with you and Shukshinder Shinda. Because let's be honest, that duo, iconic, legendary, the songs you guys put out there still bang to this day. But I'm pretty sure there's nothing wrong, right?
No, there's nothing wrong. I
Guys.
think I think that's the world these days, especially. I think back in the days, it was there, but it wasn't that much. Now it's just like, oh, cha, ye aapse se gal nahi karte? Why aren't they talking? Ye gana nahi karte? But because I'm busy with my stuff, Shindapaj is busy with his stuff. He's had his family stuff he was dealing with. You know what I mean? But definitely, we're gonna record more songs.
100%.
Might be an album or an EP. You know what I mean? But so there's nothing going on. There's nothing wrong. We're like I said, Sukhinder Shinda is the backbone of Jazzy B. You know what I mean? And I remember meeting him first time, like back in Canada, '89. When he used to play Toll with all the groups and stuff. And so we've been friends ever since. He's the reason I moved on to England. He's like, "Je tu serious hai? Come to England." So there's nothing going on. Yeah, you'll definitely will see some music with me and Shinda Bhaji.
There you go, guys. The conspiracy is finally not a conspiracy. Jazzy and Shinda are good, and I am hoping for so many albums, not just one, so many albums from you guys. All right, you haven't just hit the 30 years in the industry milestone this year. You've hit so many milestones with some of your songs, but the one I want to mention, Udham Singh, it has hit 25 years. It is still such a fresh, amazing song because it's educating everyone who doesn't even know who Udham Singh is. They listen to your track, they know exactly who Udham Singh is. So take us down memory lane with that song.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I remember Iqbal Tillonji, who was the producer for that movie, came down to England and he said, "I got this movie, Raj Babbar's in it, and I want you to sing a song." And me and Shinda Bhaji obviously went to plan a studio. It's written by Jasveer Gunachauria. And as soon as that song got recorded, and I remember going to India to be in the video, to shoot in the video, and it was crazy because they had to kind of like take that back to that time. They had to watch everything, and it was being in the same with Raj Babbarji, and next minute, because I'm wearing the kurta chadra, it was like all white, khadar da hunda na, udo khadar de jade paunde hunde si, and he's asking me, "Tu chadra kidda banda apna? Tere angu main nahi ban sakda." So I tied his chadra, you know what I mean? Then I told them history about how Ustad Kuldeep Manak ji taught Gurdas Man ji how to wear a chadra. And Gurdas Pa ji tell a story, even on stage, he goes, "Tere Ustad ne mainu chadra banana sikhaya." You know what I mean? So it's such a good song, so many memories in it. Even today when I sing at the wedding, and even little kids are dancing, and it's teaching. That's how I learned my history, through Ustadji's song. Who Shaheed Udham Singh, who Pag Singh is, all those. Yeah, so it's forever green song for me.
And how important do you think it is that artists, through their music, through their artwork that they're putting out there, teach our history?
Well, it's very important, and I tell the kids, it doesn't matter who you are, learn. And even what the artist, as humble request, yes, we all making money and all this, but when you come to social life, whatever, if somebody's going through something, talk about that, man. Stand up. You need to stand up, because kids do listen to us, right? It's not only like nachalo tapalo this, but hey, we need to need to talk about anything going in the world. An artist should talk about it, and I know I do. 100%. You know what I mean? And every artist should talk about it.
All right, I've got to talk about female artists. And you're working with so many female artists. You've worked with countless ones like Ga, Corby. There's so many on that list. How important do you think it is to push these female artists forward? Because you're working with so many of them, and you're helping them grow their brands so much.
Yeah, I think it's very important. Don't forget, it's still, I think, 90% is dominated by men.
Yeah, it's 100%
you know what I mean? So to all the girls who want to become singers, just go for it, man. It is kind of some kind of shame, you know, people don't push the girls. They need to be pushed, you know, and I'm glad so many female artists doing well out there. You know, I remember when I was doing a show in Bombay, Sarigama Ba, Sonu Kakkar, Neha Kakkar's sister, right? And how much struggle she had to do. You know what I mean? And that's when we used to, and she goes, we used to sleep in a van. You know what I mean? But ਉਹ ਜਗਰਾਤੇ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ, right? ਮਾਤਾ ਦੀਆਂ ਭੇਟਾਂ ਗਾਉਣੀਆਂ. And how, because of her, Neha Kakkar came up, right? But it was originally her older sister who had to sacrifice so much. And she told me, she goes, you know, now we're blessed, we got beautiful cars and houses and states, but we slept in the van, the whole family, you know, and look at them now. So it's okay to struggle. I think being an artist, you're not a real artist if you don't struggle. But never give up. And all these girls over there, don't let no one stop you, man. You know what I mean? But it is a shame. Even today, this is a story I gotta tell. I tell it on stage too. ਜਦੋਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਘਰੇ ਹੱਲੇ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਕੁੜੀ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ, right? ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕੁੜੀ ਨੂੰ ਜਨਮ ਦੇ ਰਹੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ, the mother who's given a birth to a girl is the most saddest. Why? ਉਹ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਅੱਖੀ ਦੇਖੇ ਉਦਾਸ ਹੁੰਦੀ. You know why? Because she's worried about ਮੇਰੀ ਸੱਸ ਨੇ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਫਲਾਣੇ. Don't worry about that. You know, I think girls are beautiful, so we need to change that. You know what I mean? ਹੱਲੇ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਆਪਣੇ ਕਲਚਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੀਜ਼ ਜ਼ਿਆਦੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਕੁੜੀ ਕੱਲੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਨਾ। ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਤਾਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ। ਜਦੋਂ ਮਾਂ ਪਿਓ ਬੁੱਢੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ look after them, man.
I mean, ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਬਰਾਬਰ ਹੋ ਗਈਆਂ।
Yeah, no, trust me, when I have my daughter Aisha, boom, everything just went, man. You know what I mean? So plus she's my lucky charm.
All right, another milestone you've hit, Surma. Then you gave us Surma 2. Amazing songs, again, talking about our history, teaching the children, and the lyricist. I have to mention him, Jandu Literavala. How important is it to acknowledge these lyricists? Because without them, there's no song, let's be honest. And we did bring him out on stage on your 30th, when you were crowned king.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Uncle he's just a great person, great guy. You know, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਉਹ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ. And one tradition, every time I go see him, you know, I'm very healthy freak and eating this healthy and all that. But ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਘਰੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਨਾ, it doesn't matter last minute call or I'm around the corner, I'll say ਮੈਂ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ. Within 10 minutes, they'll make fresh pakode. Oh my God, trust me. Seriously, I never have pakode like this. You know, and every time, even I just popped a couple of weeks ago, just like, Uncle ji ਘਰੇ हैं? हाँ हाँ, मैं क्या आ गया 5 मिनट आ जा फिर. That's it. Pakode are there, you know, because before ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ wife ਬਣਾਉਂਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ, now ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਨੂੰਹ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੀ ਆ, but same taste. And ਗਾਣਾ ਜੋ ਲਿਖਣਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਨਾ, it's just so amazing. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ theme ਦੇ ਦੇਣਾ. Right away he'll like ਵੀ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਵੀ ਠੀਕ ਆ, right? And he just gets it on spots. Beautiful, man. Uncle ji ਬਹੁਤ ਹੁਣ ਕਾਇਮ ਆ, ਅੱਗੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਿਹਤ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਠੀਕ ਆ. And obviously on this one we had Aman here and Dr. Zeus together, man.
Which is unheard of. Two producers, one track.
You know what? Because Surma 1, man, ਕੁਦਰਤੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ track ਹੈ, you can't match it. 100%. And ਕੁਦਰਤੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ, to remake that is very hard. So ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਦੀ ਤਰਜ ਵੀ ਥੋੜੀ ਬਦਲੀ ਆ, music ਵੀ different ਰੱਖਿਆ, but still ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ end ਤੇ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਜੰਮ ਪਿਆ ਸੂਰਮਾ, you had to have that because people sing to that. But I'm really happy with the video, with the track, with the love from people. Yeah.
Guys, let's get into the next track. I have to mention the legend Surinder Shindaji. What impact did he have on your career? Because he's a legend. Literally, you can't not name drop that man when you're thinking about Punjabi music, because he's given us so many anthems and bangers.
Oh my God, what a powerhouse. Seriously, man, I heard him live back in 80, 90, maybe 90 probably. I think that's when Manmohan Waris Baji, Kamal Heer and Sangtar came from Canada. Richmond, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਘਰੇ ਮਹਿਫਲ ਸੀਗੀ, right? And he came down. Oh my God, a room probably bigger than this. As soon as he sang, it was just like, you know, it's like shaking, yeah. Man. You know, he was such a powerful voice and such a comedian. Like, you know, ਬਹੁਤ joke ਬਹੁਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ. He was known for that. ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਵੀ ਮਜ਼ਾਕ ਕਰਨੇ, kept himself happy. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of blessed that I got to work with them.
Yes, because it was revealed in our live that you two have completed a song together, actually.
Yeah, you know what I mean? ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ Jazzy ਮੈਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ, ਆਪਾਂ ਇਕੱਠਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਕੰਮ। ਕੁਦਰਤੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਤਾਂ ਮੂੰਹੋਂ ਨਿਕਲੀ ਗੱਲ। ਉਹ ਟਰੈਕ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਹੱਲੇ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ. I don't know when they're going to release it, but I'm lucky, I'm blessed. Not only the song, but we got to actually shoot the video together.
Oh, wow.
you know what I mean? Pata nahi lagda bhi kiya, and he was a healthy guy, man. Like proper, even that day we were shooting all night, pretty much until 2-3 in the morning, and proper energy, full energy, telling me a story about Ustad ji, how they had a rivalry, but people made that, and he clear, he goes, loki ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਣਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ, ਸਾਡਾ ਤਾਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੀਗਾ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ, but joke ਚੱਲਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ. So I'm blessed that I actually got to sit down, not only just to work with him, but just chilled and hearing his stories, his struggles, and those are the memories I will keep it forever.
All right, now that I've got you down, I have to debunk quite a few things with you. This is the next thing I'm debunking.
It's the new world.
the next conspiracy we need to get through. Right. So there was you and Bin Jack.
Yeah.
East Coast, West Coast. A whole rivalry was being there. A whole beef was apparently there. Was that actually true?
No, first of all, I got to clear we're both from West Side anyways. He's from.
So there you go. We were wrong in that.
There you go, right? So there was no East West. He's from California. I'm from Canada. I'm actually really, really good friend with his brother Casey. ਉਹ ਸਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ close ਸੀਗਾ, ਪਿੰਦਾ ਬਾਅਦ ਚ ਮਿਲਿਆ, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਉਹ ਮਿਲਿਆ. And I don't know where people got that, because ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ. ਇੱਥੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਉਹ ਬਾਅਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਇਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਠੇ 4-5 ਮੁੰਡੇ ਹੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ. ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਗਾਣਾ ਵੀ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਕੀਤਾ, ਉਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਇਕੱਠਿਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸ਼ਿੰਦਾ ਭਾਜੀ ਨੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਉਹ ਵੀ, ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਠੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟਿਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ. And even at the weddings when I was performing, ਹਨਾ, ਤੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਫਿਰ 2-3 ਗੀਤ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਨਾ ਕੁੜਤਾ ਚਾਦਰਾ, he used to sing it. I used to push him towards that. So I don't know where people get this, because ਸਾਡੀ ਸੇਮ ਟੀਮ ਹੀ ਆ, ਤੇ ਹੱਲੇ ਵੀ ਸੇਮ ਹੀ ਆ, ਹੱਲੇ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕੈਲੀਫੋਰਨੀਆ, ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਘਰੇ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਉੱਥੇ ਖਾਈ ਪੀ ਦਾ, ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠੀ ਦਾ, ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਕਰੀਦਾ. ਹਲੇ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਭਰਾਵਾ ਕਰ ਲਾ ਹੁਣ ਗਾਣਾ, what I mean, ਉਹ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਲੇਜ਼ੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਫਿਰ, right? So I told his brother, I go, get him, man, we'll do a song together. So you never know,
all those songs that you were thinking were rivalry songs, no, they're all just sitting there together doing all these.
No, ਅਸੀਂ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟਿਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਇਦਾਂ ਗਾਣਾ because when you
ਇਦਾਂ ਕਰਨਾ
ਜਦੋਂ ਯਾਦ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਗਾਣਾ, you sing it better, otherwise you have to like read 100%. it, ਹਨਾ, ਫਿਰ ਉੱਤੇ ਇੰਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈਂਦੇ. So yeah.
I love that. There you go, guys, we've debunked another thing. All right, another person who gave us the beautiful folk songs. He's just part of that group, that era, that legacy. Sadhguru Sikandarji.
Oh man.
What impact did he have on you, and what kind of things did you take away from him?
Oh man, I try to take things away for like koi bhi mainu sikhਣ ਦੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਮੈਂ ਸਿੱਖਦਾ, especially Sardul Paji. You know why? Because he was so close to Ustad ji, and every time he would talk about Ustad ji, he's my best friend, right? And plus Sardul Paji ਤਾਂ ਇੰਨੇ nice ਸੀਗੇ, artist ਤਾਂ ਉੱਦਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਘੱਟ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ, classical trained, everything, man. But on top of that, industry ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਵੀ ਬੰਦਾ ਕਹਿ ਦੇਵੇ ਵੀ ਸਰਦੂਲ ਭਾਜੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਠੀਕ, he got along with everyone. ਆਪਣੇ ਛੋਟਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ, ਵੱਡਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਰਿਸਪੈਕਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ. So ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਘਰੇ ਜਾਣਾ, every time we used to go, ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵੀ 6-7 ਵਜੇ ਡਿਨਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, and trust me, it used to be the next morning, be 5-6 still we'll be up talking, chatting, singing. He's gone too soon, man.
100%.
You know what I mean? He's not that many people come like that. He was a full package. ਗਾਣ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦਿਲ ਸੀਗਾ, ਦਰਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ. I remember when coming to COVID, he would actually call me, he used to call, ਰਾਜੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਜਿਆਦੇ, ਉਹ ਰਾਜੇ ਗਰੋਸਰੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਣੀ ਹੈ, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਧੋ ਕੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਰੱਖਣੀ ਆ, ਫਿਰ ਅੰਦਰ ਨਿਆਣਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ. Who does that? That's how he was.
That's how much care he had for people.
He was, seriously, even when he got sick, we were shooting the film Snowman. He was in India, and ਸਾਡੇ ਫੋਨ ਉੱਥੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਜੰਗਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, so I only used to check my phone when he used to come to the hotel, and hear a message from him to ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਫੋਨ ਕਰੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ, and he told me he was a little sick, but I thought he was going to come out of that. But next day you find that he's no more, so it was heartbreaking. But his legacy will live forever. And trust me, every time we sit in the car, gaane chalde hunde bhaji de, you know what I mean? He's, oh man, he's a beautiful person. All
right, a big name that I need to mention as well, Chamkila himself. You mention him so much in your sets. He is part of that era as well, where it's just folk and legends, and it's just that pure sound. So what impact did he have on you?
Oh, the name says us all. Amar, he's Amar forever, man. You know what I mean? Oh my God, growing up and listening to, he was one of the best composer. You know what I mean? ਸੁਰਿੰਦਰ ਸ਼ਿੰਦਾ ਜੀ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਵੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਹਾਰਮੋਨੀਅਮ ਤੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਰਾਈਟਿੰਗ ਐਂਡ ਸ਼ਿੰਦਾ ਜੀ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਵੀ ਯਾਰ ਉਹ ਬੰਦਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਟੈਲੈਂਟਡ ਸੀਗਾ ਨਾ and I remember he had a show in Canada in '86 and I remember fighting with my brother. I wanted to go and the funny thing is my brother's like a Kattad fan, crazy fan of Chamkila that people don't know his real name. His real name is Gurdev, but everybody calls him Chamkila.
I love that.
So every kabaddi tournament is like, oh, Chamkila, right? So I don't know, a jogger, my friend of mine from here, he started calling me Chamkila. I don't know why, right? But yeah, so my brother, they called him Chamkila because he knew every song. Right, crazy fan. So I remember fighting with him. He actually got to see him in '86 Vancouver. That was his last show, right? I was young, yeah, but still I wanted to. But yeah, I remember I didn't speak to my brother for 2 days after that.
I don't blame you.
Right, because he's rubbing it in my face. He goes, "Inna badhiya gaya hone, idda karta, wo karta," right? You know what I mean?
And you're just sitting there jealous, like, I want to
yeah,
see
like
Chamkila.
he actually witnessed that because that was his last show. After that, I think he was supposed to go to India and come back to England to perform here first time, but he never got to do that. And you know, it's a shame that what happened, and we lost a legend. You know what I mean? I think he's the only first guy that sold more when he passed away. He's like Indian Elvis, right? Every kid, even until today.
Oh, everyone knows
remix it.
Chamkila,
They know
100%.
they blast his songs, man.
Let's be honest, everyone loves Chamkila that much. We've got Netflix documentaries, movies, everything coming out about Chamkila because
Everything,
he's
man.
that amazing.
Even the tarja, the composing, you know, obviously I use a lot of them, man, in my songs. Live, I throw them in there. Oh, man. Like I said, ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਘੱਟ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ. Pure talent.
All right, I want to talk about your band because you have some heavyweight names in that band. And let's be honest, without the musician, there's no live band. So talk us through your band.
Oh, man, I love my band, you know what I mean? It's all because Shinda Paji. Shinda Paji started that band. He used to be on the keys. Popsy used to be on the keys. Aman here, Gogi on a tolki and a tabla. You know what I mean? Obviously, then they got there busy with things, and then they trained all the other, you know, proper Billy Boy, the machine gun, Chimkar, we got on the drums, obviously Tubsy, Bulandpuri, man, another legend thing, you know what I mean? And we got Vicky now, Paramjit on the keyboards. All these guys, Bhutta, obviously, can't forget him. You know what I mean? I'm lucky, I'm blessed because I spent more time with them than my own family because I was traveling, this and that. And we have fun on stage, you know. We like Jogger always says this. He goes, "Sada band ਏਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਆ." We try to take each other out. Like ਢੋਲਕੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਚੱਲ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰ ਕੱਢਦੇ ਆ. Let's take Jazzy out of tune or you know out of rhythm.
I love that.
Right? Because we have blast. It's not like we have a set piece. We ਆਹੀ ਵਜਾਉਣਾ ਤੇ ਆਹੀ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਨਾ. Live is all about at the moment. ਕੀ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਚ ਆਇਆ. Sometimes I just sing a song. They're like, ਇਹ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਗਾਣਾ?
Like, what's he doing?
ਇਹ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਗਾਣਾ? I think that's the challenge, right? It doesn't matter. And they pick it. That's the beauty of being live. So, you know, respect seriously to all my band members, and that's why I don't do PA here. England, like I get like PA kar dega. No, I'm loyal to my my band, and band is everything. Jazzy being the boys, and you know, seriously, man, bless them, man.
All right, we went down to Canada and we found out about a story, so I'm going to confirm it, but kind of I think this is...
I thought it was a good story, no?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's correct, and honestly, this story is epic, but like we're confirming it with you right now. Like, you know how we're debunking things, we're now confirming things as well. Wonderland. You shut down Wonderland, basically, because capacity was hit. There was queues outside waiting for this gig, and it's one of the best gigs that people still rave about. So is this all true?
Oh my God, I remember.
Did you get Wonderland shut down?
Oh my God, trust me. There was actually a article in the local newspaper, right? Apna banda is trying to bribe a cop to get in there.
Oh, wow.
Seriously. yeah.
I didn't get them like, yo, I might go to jail after this, but let me bribe.
Like, take the money because they shut it down because it was over capacity. We actually got an email from the venue Wonderland that we broke Michael Jackson's record.
Oh, wow.
So you just imagine that, man. It's like, it was called Balle Romeo, the me and Shinda Paji's show, man. Or trust me, even I don't know if you've seen some footage on YouTube. Today I see it's like,
insane.
Even just like, as far as you can see is people just dancing away. You know, oh man, it's one of the best gigs. Trust me, it was one of the best Milla.
I wasn't there, so I'm gonna ask you this as a fan right now.
Yeah.
Can we please have part 2 so I can be there?
Yeah, sure, of course. Let's go, man. And I want to tell Sarabji Sroa, don't resell it this time, all right? Because they were actually my friends who I was doing a show for them, and then they sold it to somebody else. बात च करते थे यार गलती हो गई.
चलो इस वाली गलती ना
ऐ
करियो.
ना गलती करे हो. कुड़ी आ रही है.
मैं आना है, definitely. All right, I want to talk about mainstream because Punjabi music and mainstream has blended together beautifully. It really has. But people have forgot, or not really forgot, but people might not remember fully. You're one of the first people to do it. And you paved the way for this many artists to now do mainstream and put our Punjabi music out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the first collaboration we've done with Ravi Ball, So Solid Crew, Harvey, Alicia on it. You know, I remember going to India, taking Alicia and Harvey to Bombay, whatever you want to call it. It was Bombay back then. Shooting the video, and it was an experience for them. Yeah. So, you know, I think about music, what a great thing about it is it's about two different culture colliding together. Yeah. I think that's a beauty about the music. So I feel great that I was the first one to do it, and a lot of people are doing it right now, which is good. We need to break the barrier and tell them, hey, us Punjabi,
we are banging music.
We are big.
Yep.
Seriously, because trust me, Punjabi music is all over the world. It's banging everywhere. So I think it's even the mainstream realizes now, okay,
this has a lot of value.
A lot of value, a lot of fans out there. Let's cross over, which is beautiful, man. I think we all need to cross over. So yeah, I feel blessed that I was first one to do it, and keep it up, guys.
100%. All right, Yo-Yo Honey Singh, this party's getting hot. It was a banger. It was epic. That music video was unreal. And before I get you to talk about that music video and everything and that song, a photo surfaced of you and Honey Singh together. So is there another track coming out?
Yeah, I mean, me and Honey we're very close. Close in the sense it's not only about music. The people I associate with, I intend to be like, just they ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਹਾਲ ਚਾਲ ਵੀ ਪੁੱਛਣਾ. ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ okay, I want to do a song now, just give me a call. 100%. You know, I don't know if you remember when he was going through bad time, depression, mental health. You know, I made sure I give him a call every other day, visited his house, even though he would just sit there, wouldn't talk or nothing. But he was...
It's that support system.
Yeah, it's a support system. I know because Yudhvir went through the same thing. So I know how he feels. I think that's one of the things... we're really close, and like I always say, Sada Sher is back. And I just want to touch on that over here since we're talking about it. Mental health is a very, very strong thing, okay? And if anybody's going through that, don't be afraid to talk about it. But don't go on social media, like I said, they're not your real friends. Talk to
you need to go to real people
talk to your best friend, talk to your mom and dad, talk to your uncle, whoever you can open up with. All right, and just don't hold it in. And I'm glad Honey Singh, he overcame that because his family, his dad gave up his job. His sister didn't get married until he got better. That's a sacrifice a family does, and I'm glad. Trust me, he got some stuff, some fire, art tracks. Yeah, it's gonna be fire. Trust me, Sada Sher is back, and yeah. So me and Yo-Yo Honey Singh, party garam karange puri phera.
Ooh, we might be getting a part 2. That's what might just be leaked here. All right, your Ustad Ji, he's been mentioned a few times, but let's properly talk about him now. Kuldeep Manik Ji, godfather of folk, in my opinion. He has paved the way for so many people. He's literally put us in a position where we can stand here and be like, folk music, yeah, this is what it is. So how important is, one, he to you, obviously, and number two, keeping Kuldeep Manik Ji and so many other legends' legacy alive where we can just keep pushing folk even more?
Oh my God, Ustad Ji, like I always say, I'm blessed. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਯੁੱਧਵੀਰ ਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਭਾਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਉਸਤਾਦ ਜੀ ਤੋਂ, and I'm blessed. It's like, a 4-year-old Jaswinder sat on his shoulder in Durga par saw first time Ustad Ji, ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਮੈਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ, and just started dreaming. And here I am recording my first album, first song with him. Me and Shinda Paji went down, Dulla Patti. It was unreal. It was like standing on a mic. He's telling me how to sing, do this and that, and I'm just like staring at him, like, oh man.
You go back to 4-year-old, you just like in awe of him.
Is this really happening?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then obviously later on, we got so close. He was the father figure to me. And when we recorded Maharaja's album, oh my God, the things, you know, he'd be in the studio for like 7-8 hours straight, and you know. The things he told me, I'm blessed. We had not time and how happy he was when the whole album was finished and we're shooting the Hukam video. And the thing about that was it's so special because Yudhabir got sick in between when we were recording. So the video was shot after he pulled out of a coma.
Oh wow!
Right, so you can imagine how special, how emotional Ustadji was. I remember when I was dressed like Abdullah and going on a koda, he put a thapda to me. He goes, "Sachi Dullah lagda." You know, things like that. He was so proud of me, and like I said, I'm so blessed. I'm so lucky. You know, I got to live my dream. You know what I mean? And he's with me every day. 100%. There's not even just an interview. Every day at home, I'm talking about him. Telling other artists, telling whoever wants to know, I tell them what he told me. Ustadji always told me, he goes, ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਤੇ ਮਾਣ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ. ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਤੇ ਮਾਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰੂੰਗਾ, ਹੋਰ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਮਾਣ ਕਰੂਗਾ? Look how big that is. You have to believe in yourself. You have to have self-confidence. You have to love yourself before people will love you. 100%. You know, he's live forever, man. He will. It's king forever, Ustadji, man.
100%. All right, we have been talking for so long. I forgot that we've hit number 1, guys. I actually forgot. We still have so much to talk about, so we have to get you down again one time.
No problem.
Not even one time, as many times as possible. Let's be honest, you have that many stories. But before you go, I have to ask, what's next for you? Because again, congratulations on the new track. It is a banger, but I want to know what's next because I always need new songs from you.
Oh yeah, there's lots. Since it's been 30 years, so Dinesh, my manager, my brother, you know, he thought of it. He goes, you know, because 30 saal ho gaya, 30 tarah de different gaane dene hain. Obviously done the album, so then they're going to be an EP with like all kind of romantic, mellow, OKD style, you know, jinde sun jinde, that kind of feel. Then pure Ustadji's desi folk,
love it.
Right? Then dharmak, obviously, right? Because I ਸੁੱਖਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਵੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਯੁੱਧ ਵੀ ਠੀਕ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੰਦਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਉਸਤਾਦ ਜੀ ਗਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਪੂਰਾ ਕਿੱਸਾ ਕਰਨਾ record that. Then sad songs ਉਹ ਵੀ ਲੱਭਦੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਲੋਕੀ, so you'll get lots, man.
We're getting everything.
You got so much coming, man, trust me.
I mean, he's now committed to this 30 years, 30 tracks.
That's it.
Any last message to the fans?
Well, I just want to say thank you everyone for giving me so much love. You guys are the reason I am where I am today, you know what I mean? And I've seen it all, from the vinyls, records to, you know, cassette, reelan, tapan, apni CDs, now on Spotify and all that, you know what I mean? It's only because of you guys. So I want to leave you with Ustadji's song. Kyunki main kehna bhi respect karya karo, maa pe di respect karya karo, apne baddiyan di respect karya karo, ਛੋਟਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰਾ ਕਰੋ. Create love. Don't create hate, man. ਜਿੰਨਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਵੰਡੋਗੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੁੱਗਣਾ ਚੌਗਣਾ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਮਿਲੂਗਾ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਨਾ? ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਤੇ એનર્ਜੀ ਇਨਵੈਂਟ ਕਰਿਆ ਕਰੋ, ਦੂਸਰੇ ਤੇ એનર્ਜੀ ਲਾਓਗੇ ਉਹ ਵੇਸਟ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਨਾ? So we're all humans, ਆਪਾਂ ਰੋਜ਼ ਮਿਸਟੇਕ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ, and it's okay long as you realize this. This is one of my favorite track from Ustadji to go on all the girls out there. ਉਹ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਧੀ ਜੰਮ ਪਈ ਪਰ ਕੁੱਖ ਤੇ ਸੁਲੱਖਣੀ ਹੋਈ, ਧੀ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਦਾਤ ਰੱਬ ਦੀ, ਆ ਭੈੜੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਏ ਐਵੇਂ ਰੋਈ। ਹੋਇਆ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਧੀ ਜੰਮ ਪਈ, ਧੀਆਂ ਪੁੱਤਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਲੈਂਦੀਆਂ, ਸੁੱਖ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਮੰਗਦੀਆਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੀਆਂ, ਧੀਆਂ ਪੁੱਤਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਲੈਂਦੀਆਂ, ਸੁੱਖ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਮੰਗਦੀਆਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੀਆਂ। ਹੋ ਵੀਰੇ ਹੱਥੀ ਬੰਨ ਰੱਖੜੀ, ਲੰਮੀ ਉਮਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਰੇ ਅਰਜ਼ੋਈ। ਹੋਇਆ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਧੀ ਜੰਮ ਪਿਆ ਭੈੜੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਏ ਐਵੇਂ ਰੋਈ, ਧੀ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਦਾਤ ਰੱਬ ਦੀ